A young Russian couple was thrilled about welcoming their son into the world. However, their excitement turned to devastation when doctors advised them against having the baby. Despite this, the couple couldn't bear the thought of not having their son and chose to continue with the pregnancy. Then, something remarkable occurred. Veronika Semchenko and her husband, Evgeny, were filled with joy upon learning they were expecting their second child, especially since they already had a daughter. The prospect of having a baby boy made their family feel complete. However, their happiness soon gave way to doubts and uncertainty. Despite the challenges, Veronika and Evgeny cherished every moment of the pregnancy, especially witnessing their daughter's excitement about becoming a big sister. Everything seemed to be going smoothly, and the couple was elated. However, their world was shaken when, at 21 weeks, they received a call from the doctor's office requesting additional tests due to concerns about potential medical issues with the baby. Concerned but determined, Veronika and Evgeny went to the hospital a few days later for the tests. Concern washed across their faces as they sat in the sterile waiting room, awaiting the results that could shape their family's future. It felt like they'd been waiting for hours, and Veronika could hardly bear it anymore. When the doctor finally entered the room, he explained to the couple that the tests had shown that their son would have severe health issues. As the doctor began listing all the things that their child would be born with, Veronika and Evgeny felt numb. How could something that felt so right and perfect have so much wrong with it? They couldn't believe this was happening to them, and what the doctor told them next made their whole world crash down around them. The doctor concluded this long list of expected complications and health issues by strongly advising terminating the pregnancy. The couple was told that if they gave birth to this child, they could have no life due to the around-the-clock medical care he would need. Veronika felt like her heart had shattered. The dreams of holding her son, watching him grow, and sharing life's joy seemed to slip through her fingers. The doctors painted a grim picture, describing a life filled with challenges and sacrifices. They warned that caring for this child would consume their days, leaving little room for anything else. The couple was adamant, though, that they wanted to see the pregnancy through despite the devastating diagnosis that their son had received before he was even born. Alongside medical conditions such as heart defects, growth problems, and hydrocephalus, doctors also warned that their son would have severe developmental and learning delays. Sensing that his advice was being ignored, the doctor upped the pressure, telling the couple quite frankly that their son would be nothing more than a monster that would drain them physically, mentally, and financially. They couldn't believe a doctor who used such words about their son, and they left the hospital feeling shell-shocked. Weeks passed, and the couple began to share the news with their closest family and friends. But they were often met with the same reaction. Everyone was concerned about the diagnosis and how the couple would cope with such an ill child. Veronika and Evgeny felt defeated. At a time when they should have been celebrating and seeing the smiles of their family, they were being met with disapproval over having their son. The relentless pressure from the medical professionals took a toll on Veronika and Evgeny. Bringing a child into the world with such difficulties weighed heavily on their minds. Yet Veronika could not face the idea of ending the life growing inside. Something told the couple that bringing their son into the world was the right thing to do. They both agreed that if their son wanted to live, he would. As the due date approached, Veronika and Evgeny tried to capture as much of the pregnancy as possible. The couple took photos of the bump and of themselves cradling it. Their smiles hid their fears and sadness. They decided not to tell their daughter how ill her baby brother was. Seeing her growing excitement every time she felt the baby kick or when she spoke to the bump made their hearts ache. Not only were they not getting the healthy son they'd wished for, but it felt like their daughter was being denied the chance to be the wonderful big sister they knew she would be. Eventually, the time came for Veronika to give birth, and they welcomed their baby boy into the world, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. They named their son Erofi, a name that would soon come to mean strength and hope. However, the doctors were not done with their interference. They continued to pressure the couple, urging them to consider putting Erofi up for adoption. The medical professionals insisted that caring for the child would be an incredible burden, predicting a life of hardship for both parents and the child. Despite the pressure, Veronika and Evgeny continued to fight through, insisting that if their son wanted to live, he would. Refusing to give in to the pressure, they sought further tests for Erofi, fearing that the doctors had been right. They found themselves back in another waiting room just months after they'd been told they would give birth to a monster. The couple agreed that no matter what the results were, they would love and care for their son. As another doctor entered the waiting room ready to tell them the test results, something unbelievable happened. The results revealed a different truth, one that contradicted the initial devastating diagnosis. Arofi had Down syndrome, a condition the couple had been prepared for and accepted with open hearts. Aside from this, Arofi was a fit and healthy baby. The couple was in complete shock, furious and disheartened by the realization that the doctors had misled them. Veronica couldn't help but feel betrayed. The couple had been pushed to the brink, forced to make life-altering decisions based on inaccurate information. In Russia, where societal norms often dictated the fate of children with Down syndrome, the pressure to give up Arofi seemed overwhelming. After doing some research of their own, the couple became convinced that the original doctors had known about Arofi's Down syndrome, and that was the reason they'd urged the couple to terminate the pregnancy. Despite the odds stacked against them, Veronica and Evgeny made a courageous choice. They chose to defy expectations and keep their son. In a society where 85% of babies with Down syndrome were placed in foster care, they stood as a rare example of love winning over societal pressure. A year after Arofi's birth, Veronica wrote a heartfelt letter pouring her emotions into words that touched the hearts of people around the world. She shared their journey through pregnancy, birth, and their first year with Arofi on a Russian social network site, and the post quickly went viral. In her letter, Veronica expressed gratitude for each day with Arofi, emphasizing the joy and strength he brought into their lives. She praised Arofi for being far stronger than they were. Far from the predicted burdens, Arofi required no more care than any other child. He played with his sister, bringing laughter and warmth into their home. Veronica shared how loving and gentle her son was. She expressed how proud she was of her daughter for accepting Arofi and becoming the best big sister. Speaking about the family and friends that had once shown disapproval over Arofi, Veronica shared that everyone who meets her son falls in love with him. She understood why her family and friends initially struggled to comprehend the situation, acknowledging that they were simply following the advice of doctors. Arofi's story became a beacon of hope for families in similar circumstances. This small boy, once labeled a monster, demonstrated that strength and hope can emerge from the most challenging situations. The couple was grateful for following their hearts instead of heeding medical advice. Arofi's presence transformed their family, highlighting the importance of trusting parental instincts. Veronica concluded her letter with a heartfelt message, expressing gratitude to her son for choosing their family and bringing beauty into their lives. What do you think of this story? Let us know in the comments section. I hope you liked this video. Please give it a thumbs up and share it with your loved ones. Also, press the bell icon to never miss the update from our channel. Thank you.